Elizabeth. Well, Mrs. Albuquerque has been crowned and has set out to help a very important organization. Autism is a complex developmental disability that typically appears during the first 3 years of a person's life. Here to help bring more awareness to autism is Sarah Baca, Executive Director for the New Mexico Autism Society, and Melissa Salazar, Mrs. Albuquerque, United States 2014. Welcome.
Thank you.
How much do you love being Mrs. Albuquerque?
Oh, it's been the most amazing experience of my life. It's already changed me, and I've met so many just amazing people like Sarah who have partnered with me, and some local businesses, like Kelly Teakin and Solaria Spa and Mrs. Glamour Golf America have just really come around me to help me with autism and with the pageant, and just met some amazing people that really touched my heart. And I found out, what I want to do with my platform and continue on after the pageant even.
So when were you crowned?
In December.
Okay, awesome. So it's been a couple months. So you've chosen autism awareness as your platform. Why is it so important to you?
It's really close to my heart because last year my daughter was diagnosed with autism at the age of 4. And of course that becomes a very personal thing, being your own child, but also because she was diagnosed at the age of 4, which is a little bit later than what's possible. And I feel that if I had known the signs better, that I would have been able to get her help much sooner. And now that I'm involved in the autism community, I'm finding other parents who have the same story, who went a long time without knowing.
And you can connect with them.
And I can connect with them and realize, that people hear the word autism, but they don't really know what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm kind of one of those. So, Sarah, what is the presence like of autism in New Mexico?
Well, the CDC just released numbers last week that nationally it's 1 in 68. So it is definitely, increasing every year. And in New Mexico, we have people, that live as far as Raton, Gallup, that have autism. And it's just not a childhood disability. It affects a person's life, their entire life.
Yeah.
So we have adults, teenagers and children all on the autism spectrum.
And so how many kids are affected?
They actually don't have an accurate number in New Mexico, unfortunately. Some of the reporting isn't exactly where it needs to be. So that is something that we do need to work on, in my opinion, in New Mexico.
So the Ellen Rivas race is coming up April 5th. What is it all about?
Yeah, so the Ellen Rivas Race for Autism is the largest autism event in New Mexico. It's a 5K. It's a celebration. We celebrate the lives of everybody affected by autism. So we have a Kids K as well. Individuals with autism are also participating in the run. So it is our largest fundraiser, and all of the money that the New Mexico Autism Society raises stays right here in New Mexico to help families.
That's really good.
And we host autism exclusive events for free, so families can come to a movie, to a sensory friendly movie where their child can be themselves. And the parents don't have to, worry about being judged for their child's behavior. So we host different events like that with the funds that we raise at this race.
That's great. So how can people get involved with the New Mexico Autism Society?
It's simple. They can give me a call. They can look online, email us, and also you don't have to be affected directly. You can volunteer. We have volunteer opportunities throughout the year. So it's really nice to come out as a volunteer and see what these families are going through.
Yeah, absolutely. So how old is your daughter now?
She's now 4.5.
Oh, okay. So it's very recent that you found out. Okay, so that's when you kind of decided this is going to be my platform.
Well, I found out in October last year, and one of the things that kind of shocked me is because there are so many new diagnoses, there's waiting lists for therapies, there's waiting lists to get in with a speech therapist. Even the process to go through to get into special education with the public schools is a long time.
Yeah.
So that's why it is so important to find out soon so that you can start the process.
Getting on the waiting list.
Really soon. But also I'm still so fresh. I remember what it was like to be in the doctor's office and hearing that your child has autism. That feeling that kind of takes the breath out of you, and you don't know what to do and you don't know where to go. And I took a little while before I found my resources, and so that's why I wanted to promote the New Mexico Autism Society, because they have all of that packaged for you, and have somebody like Sarah who can walk you through the process and tell you who to call, or set you up with some moms to go have coffee and share your stories, share your struggles and your successes, and celebrate your children together, because you need that support and connection.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much. Really, I can't even imagine, because I have a 2-year-old, and I couldn't imagine something like that. So it's awesome that you're supporting other moms that are like this. and it's great that you're really just getting involved. So thank you so much for being here and sharing your story.
Thank you.
So, if you want any more information on the New Mexico Autism Society and to follow Melissa on her journey to Mrs. New Mexico pageant, go to casa.com and click